We're definitely ready. Let me write down the start time here so that we don't stay off track. Let's just start with some. Why do you laugh? Tell me.
Gosh, are we ever on track?
Yes, we're very on
Sometimes,
track.
sometimes.
I'm grateful we're on track. I'm grateful that we have this beautiful Sunday. We are back in here. I'm grateful for an excellent night's sleep. I'm grateful for some good weather. I'm grateful for this time that we get to have with each other. And I'm grateful for everybody coming back and tuning in.
Well, me too. I'm grateful that you guys. Well, listen, I'm grateful you're here. Please like, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff because we want you to crush it. We're John and Stephanie. Welcome back to Plantspiration Unplugged. We started the nonprofit Plantspiration to help people go plant-based for their health, to help animals and the planet.
That's right. People know us for losing 250 pounds as a family and breaking free from the standard American diet. Now we're making a global movement using lifestyle medicine, whole food plant based nutrition, neuroscience, and real life coaching to prevent, reverse, and treat disease. But in here, we're just unplugging, kicking it back, and giving everybody a look at like behind the scenes at what's going on over here.
Yeah, it's where we don't fake it, we make it.
That's what we're doing, literally. Whew, what a couple weeks. We didn't get in here
Yeah,
last week to do an episode, and boy, did that weigh on me.
yeah,
Did you
right.
feel it?
Kind of a different mojo during the week, yeah.
Last episode that we did, we tore off the band-aid on diet culture, and everybody loved the episode. This week, we're going deeper.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to expose the engineered system that profited off of our confusion,
Hmm.
fear, and chronic illness. Like we were so stuck here. It's literally why we're in here doing this today
For sure.
because we know. And then when somebody messaged me this week asking if eating two bananas was okay, and then sent me a Google screenshot of how dangerous it was to eat two bananas,
Oh my
I
God.
literally said, "This is bananas, and this is what we're going to talk about," because it's relatable. It took me back to what I don't know if I should be doing this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, definitely don't go with your 100% Google search there.
We're
I
going to
mean,
talk a
you
little bit
can
about
eat
about that.
bananas.
I mean, for goodness sakes, when you got bananas coming from the earth, demonized, and meanwhile nobody's talking about bacon wrapped, carcinogen stuff. You're seeing it all over the
Right.
place. This is the problem, and it's not a coincidence. It's a system. It's a system that kept us sick. It's keeping people sick, and we're going to talk little bit more about that. We even in Saturday support group, it is always a topic. Like we cannot avoid, like what I said is if you see somebody choking in a
Hmm.
restaurant and you get up and you go help that person, and if the person just flat out said, don't help me, wave their arms, don't help me,
Hmm.
you know the signal, you would know the signal.
Yeah.
If that actually happened, don't you think that would be traumatic?
Yeah.
I mean, if anybody out there is, that's a traumatic thing to go through. We would be in therapy for post traumatic stress disorder, I said, because of having to witness something like that, which many people have witnessed unfortunate
Right.
situations like this. So we have a
But for
bunch,
somebody to push away the help, though, as well, it's hard to see.
say that again.
For somebody to push away the help, it's hard to see.
So that gets to what we're doing here is we have a lot of people reversing disease, losing weight, feeling great, which is a small percentage. We've got 97% of America doesn't even get enough fiber, and the
Hmm.
same percentage of people are asking where the hell protein is coming from.
Yeah.
We're one of the sickest countries. We've got one of the greatest medical systems. What's the disconnect? Because you said, like, here we've got all these people, that are in here that are knowledgeable about plant-based reversing disease.
Hmm.
Yet we're watching people that we love around us eat themselves to death slow. It's almost like choking slowly, watching it happen, knowing it could be preventable, it could be reversed,
Yeah.
it could be treated, it could be improved, there could be hope. But, you go on Google
Hmm.
and it says that if you eat two bananas, it's freaking dangerous.
Yeah, man, you
I,
better watch it.
I'm actually bent. I don't want to say it. I have a hard time swearing in public. I know.
It's not
It's
a
just,
swear word. You're pissed.
I am. I am. I'm just like, well, this is what's going on, and I have people doing so good and they go to the doctor and then the doctor says,
Oh, yeah.
oh, hold on. I didn't even talk
Whoa.
about this. I had somebody message me and say, my son went to school and the teacher told him that being vegan is one of the unhealthiest thing he could do and that he wouldn't be able to gain muscle and all of these. Oh my gosh. See what I mean?
I know. Are we going to go to that school or what?
I would love to. Please invite me to that school. Please invite me to your school. I do talks. I would love to come and talk about nutrition education and the misinformation that's going on out there. But before we get going, I just wanted to ask you.
Yeah, how long do you think you would have up there before they pull you out of there?
Let's see. I mean, I did go to.
And that milk carton shouldn't be on your tray there.
Well, I mean,
Stephanie, you got her.
I've been to colleges.
I know.
I've done talks on stuff like this or been a part of bringing in vegan options and the importance of it.
Yeah.
But those schools.
But it's like you can bring in the food and, here, have some of this, try this, whatever, but don't be bashing on the other stuff that's here.
Well, that's where they're making their money. That's where they're making the money
lay
from the
down
meat
some
and dairy.
rules, just like the hospital too, in their lunchrooms and the junk they're selling.
It's a system. It's a system, and I want to talk about it. But first, we're finally in here.
Yeah.
We missed an episode. That kind of.
We didn't miss it. This is the next episode.
I know, but we missed a week coming in here. We were consistent for 35 weeks.
Which
is great.
Yeah, come on.
Which, by the way,
a lot of people don't even make 35 episodes in a year or whatever.
Really?
Well, I would think.
I don't know. I don't listen to podcasts, actually.
Well, I don't know. Some people don't even make it that. How many, all the stats? I mean, we're doing good.
Speaking of the stats.
I'm glad you guys are here because, we got some numbers.
And I'm going to ask you about your week. Top tier, we're in the top tier for consistency. We are at, and I want to say thank you to everybody, 50,269 followers on YouTube today.
Nice.
You almost look like the blood rushed out of your face when I was like, 50,000 people are subscribed.
That's awesome. Yeah. Wow. Oh, no.
Oh, no. And 588,000 views. So those numbers are big to us. Just like,
yeah, that's awesome.
Even though they were so small in the beginning. The beginning, it was just like one for like 8 months. You know what I mean? And you'd be begging anybody who knew you, could you go on my YouTube?
8 months is pretty much, isn't it like about how many episodes? We went that long without a little break.
Oh, true.
So,
I didn't even think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's inspiring.
But
we kept
we didn't
it going.
take a break. We were busting our ass.
Yeah, we were. We would have rather have been in here, but
yeah.
we're preparing for a little mini renovation, I would say.
Yeah.
But we wanted to do it all at once because it's got to get done. So we were just trying to pack some stuff up, organize the rooms, which led to organizing every drawer, which led to organizing every cabinet.
I don't want to like move all the stuff you got, that you've gathered for a year
what is
or
this?
whatever. Paint it and then put all the shit back. Like you kind of want to go through what you
I've been working on this actually for months. I've been planning this for months. I've had starting with closets, starting with drawers, and it's feeling so good. But it came down to, man, we got to get up there and get that dust.
Yeah, sure.
Stuff like that. I went from sedentary, my heaviest weight being 278 pounds. And at 40 years old, I was literally handicapped, couldn't go up the stairs more than once a day, riddled with chronic disease, to scrubbing down my windows, riding 100 miles. I'm actually at like 19,600 and something miles on my bike right now. Nice. I'm like going to get 20,000 miles before the year end. I'm really working on it. I'm really working on it. So it was a busy week. We couldn't make it in here. With everything going on, I had to go down to Chicago this week. I drove down there. That was a whole new experience for me, and I actually loved it. I loved it. We could talk about that too.
Yeah, there was a lot of.
How was your week?
It was stressful, normal stuff, but I mean, I just try not to let it stress me out.
Yeah, that's just a new version of you.
Yeah.
That's a new, what was stressful?
And just different things, work and other work and.
Yeah, we have a lot going on right now.
Yeah. Plus, I'm trying to work on myself, so,
Aren't we all? Isn't that what this is about?
I think so.
I mean, again, I want to always say this. Am I close to what you married?
No, no, you're different, I guess.
Like different how? Now
Um,
everybody's listening. So this is
yeah,
interesting because this isn't just us.
I
This
don't
is
know.
relatable.
Because we were like kids back then, which is, you got
Exactly.
more under your belt, you got more grit.
Well, the experiences that we've had to go through
Yeah,
have
of
been
course.
significant.
Hmm.
We've gone through some very tough stuff.
Yeah.
We've that was all we went through a lot of tough stuff before we even got to the plant version of us.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Like we were already like, whew, can you believe we went through that? Like my hairdresser's been saying for 20 years, you have to write a book. And if your hairdresser who is listening to everybody's story
Uh-huh.
she's still telling me, she's like, she's actually,
She's probably like, okay, now this would have been like book number two,
there's a trilogy for sure. But did you know that I do have a Google Doc and she's the one person who gets to view it? That she watches if I put any entries into the story or when I have a minute to go, oh, let me write more of like, I guess it's an autobiography or what would it be?
Yeah, I don't know, something like that.
The story is insane.
Yeah, there's just so much.
There's so much.
I don't even know where you
But
would start,
anyway,
but yeah.
we've gone through a lot of stuff. And so that changed who we are.
I mean, doesn't mean it was all bad. You've gone through a lot of stuff.
We've gone
Could
through
be
a lot of
good,
stuff.
could be bad.
You're right. They don't know.
No.
They don't know. But that changes you. You go through all that stuff. Then you do some therapy. Then you go through more changes. Then kid stuff happens. And then you go through more changes. You know what I mean? Financial stuff happens. You go through more changes. Thank you for that. And then this plant stuff happened. And I would say this was a complete identity shift.
Yeah.
And that is kind of what we talk about. I talk a lot about when I'm coaching. This is a lot of identity shifting. And I said something to John this week about we fall in love like 20 different times.
Probably.
Probably, right?
Something like that. 10
I
to
mean, there's a
20.
lot of annoying stuff and not liking stuff in between, but
Yeah.
those hard conversations and that stuff is how we just keep coming together to get in here. And this podcast, I keep saying, I think it's helping us have those hard conversations. Like you said in the beginning, we're not faking it. We're literally in front of everybody showing you how we're making it, how we're doing it. And we're being really, I guess we're being really honest. And we're mad that we didn't know about this stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot that pisses me off
About this. Yeah.
about our sick care system. And
Well, it's ridiculous. And we believe that stuff. We learn that stuff. Just like I said this week.
I mean, I used to, you Google something. Oh, shit, that's the answer. Off I go.
Yeah, talk to your doctor about this. We believe that stuff. I talked a little bit about this week too, like doubt. That ride down to the city. That was like nothing for me. And here I was like stressing over it or worrying about it. And I didn't want to let anybody know. I was like, I got this. I've been down there before. But this was like a deeper dive. This was like way down there. This was like I drove right down Michigan
This
Avenue
was
into
like inner city.
well, and I was coming back and she was like, wow, you're great. Like you drive like a boss. And I was like, I know. I actually don't know why I doubted myself my whole life.
I know. Well, that's a big difference. That's how a big difference that
in me.
Yeah, in you, the doubt is like, it's not here. You threw out the doubt.
I love that you said that. I did throw out the doubt because the older version
Oh my
of
gosh,
me,
you couldn't even like be on a highway at all.
at all, like at all. So the self-confidence that came with not just losing the weight, that was a big part. That was a big part when I realized, wow, I could do this. Then it was starting a business. Then it was helping the first person reverse disease. Then it was, trademarking stuff. And it was like watching all this just continue to grow and grow and grow. The self-confidence, then it started turning around. And then the more I got into what I was doing and the more I started coaching people and the neuroscience, it was like, wow, this is amazing how this all worked, and I just want to teach everybody. I want to get everybody not to just be talking about it or reading about it, but like, let's do this. We can change. We can change. And the thing that holds us back is the doubt.
Yeah, for sure.
The doubt. And we learn the doubt.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and I'm not blaming, to everybody. We all learn these behaviors with the way we grew up, or I said, watching you kind of get stressed out about it made me feel like, wow, this must be really, really,
About driving?
yeah, I would watch you drive, and it's been,
Well, it's not the driving part. It's just get the hell out of my way.
yeah, we all
I want to
heard
get
that.
there.
The time that John starts,
Oh,
you
yeah.
didn't know you were on,
Yeah, that's all right.
while you were on the
What?
tollway,
It
you
was a
started
hot mic.
swearing. Yeah, it was
Hot
a hot
mic.
mic moment. Yeah, so I just watching the older version of you where you were really like tripping balls over the way we would get down there made me avoid the whole thing altogether. And I got so used to it. Then I finally started saying things like, I don't like the way I feel when you're driving. Those are the hard conversations that I
Yeah,
was talking
yeah.
about earlier. Those are the hard things to say. Like, I don't like this feeling I get when you're driving down here.
Yeah.
But we're working through
Yeah, and
that
I don't
stuff.
want you to feel like that. So I'm like, just make your seatbelt tighter.
Stuff.
Just-
Honest to goodness. I mean, and then when I met you, though, here I love this hot rod and the fast and all this stuff.
yeah.
But that's what I mean.
You really got soft over the years. That's what happened. See,
Well,
now
kind
we
of.
know.
Well, it's just
I'm just-
things change. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I had to do a little bit of that.
We learned that stuff. We learned that stuff. Now I'm learning like, hey, we don't have to be doubting.
I don't know where I learned the driving stuff like that.
Yeah, where did you watching
I have
Speed
no
Racer?
idea.
Evidently.
It wasn't from my parents.
Oh, the driving downtown stuff, the stressful stuff.
No, I just like driving fast
Now, where did you get this like bitching at everybody while you're driving?
because I can't drive fast if they're in front of me.
Oh my gosh. You know what else is learned behavior?
Bitching at people.
No, it is.
I did see that when I was a kid, actually, in traffic.
You know what I mean?
can
We
think
just kind of
about it.
learn
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
We learn how to eat. We learn how to kind of react. We learn how to act, and I'm learning that there's a better way to go about some things is what I learned. And I also learned that misinformation is one of the biggest learned behaviors, right? I mean,
Wow.
everybody's passing around information like freaking bananas are.
Well, I Googled
Can
it.
you
so-
believe that? It's right here. Hold on. I printed it out because
good.
I couldn't.
glad.
I
I'm
printed
glad.
this out. Somebody texted me, and thank you, by the way. I love this kind of stuff because it gives me an opportunity to rip the blinders off of cognitive dissonance that we don't even realize are on us. I was part of it.
Oh, yeah.
And I just tried to look at that when this text came in and it said, is this true? Question mark, question mark. And the search was, how many bananas can you eat? Like, that's it.
Really?
Google it right now.
Yeah.
Search it. How many bananas can you eat? Here we go. Ready? It's generally recommended. I can't even say it with a straight face.
Generally recommended.
It's generally recommended to eat no more than 2 bananas a day for most people. Eating more than that, I can't even say it. Eating more than that may lead to weight gain unless you're very active, as bananas contain carbohydrates and sugar. That is a lie.
Wow.
Where's Maury Povich?
Wow.
And I determined that is a lie
Yep.
based on science. Where's the peer-reviewed studies? Not evidence-based. This company's owned by a media. It's a media company out of the UK.
Right.
All right.
How do they make their money? Click.
Promoting
click,
these
click.
fake things
With clicks.
with clicks, with stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
This is the stuff that people come back and say to me, but I shouldn't have bananas.
Yeah, well, I heard this thing.
Yeah, but they're not talking about, processed meat's a class 1 carcinogen, and this is why we see the rise in prostate cancer.
Yeah.
Where is
seriously.
that? Well, gosh, we wouldn't make any money if we were talking about that kind of stuff.
No, that would be terrible. That's like wrong.
Here's the next one. Bananas provide many health benefits, but as with anything, can be dangerous if eating in excessive quantities. If that
What?
was the frickin' case, gorillas would be extinct.
Seriously.
That's what I replied back. I said, think about this. I said, if this was true, gorillas would be extinct.
That's
And
the
that was
best.
the laugh that we had over it.
Yeah.
And this is an intelligent person, by the way.
Yeah.
This is an intelligent person, but it's very confusing when we've got a system that is rigged by marketing, by money, by clicks, by this BS that feeds fear.
Yeah.
Sugar.
It just loves I mean, doubt is
Who's writing this?
doubt is where it makes the money, because then you don't know and you click somewhere else, and then and then you read some other BS article, and then you click somewhere else and you're all there.
This is how it starts. And
Well,
this
actually, how it started was way long time ago in the early 1900s.
well, that happened, but before we get
That's how the
geez.
medical system and all that yuck
Are you talking
started.
about Max Gerson?
No, I'm talking about Rockefeller and Carnegie and all that. No.
So years ago, this just makes me think about years ago that, here we did this, we lose all this weight, I reverse my heart disease, I reverse all these things. So can you imagine, you guys, I just want to tell everybody. I want to talk about it. I've watched Forks Over Knives. I know what's going on now. I understand. We've got What the Health has gone on. We watched the documentary on Max Gerson. We watched stuff like that. And years ago, right in the beginning, we did this in 2013, and I make this post on Facebook, like, you can reverse heart disease. And holy shnikes.
Holy quackery, Batman.
I got crushed. I got crushed so bad that even though I had done it, reversed my disease, like you guys,
Even though I've
done it. Like my labs show you can do this. You can reverse your disease. My doctor literally pooped his pants. Okay, he didn't, but
he knew
sat
that
down and he was like, what?
He knew right then that was the last time he was going to see you.
Yeah, and it was.
Yeah.
So I post this very proud moment. People have watched me and my peers have watched me and my classmates are watching me do all this. They know that I'm eating plants, and I post this thing about you can reverse heart disease. And this dude,
I Google it right here.
I remember you.
Shit.
At the time, I literally panicked. I had a panic attack.
Really?
Yeah, it was like I didn't know how to respond.
I remember you were definitely.
Well, here's what was going on. I knew the truth.
Ruffled your feathers.
I knew the truth, and I was so confused with the evidence he posted was WebMD.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? And
Such
I was
a
like,
reputable,
it was conflicting with my beliefs. And here it was showing what I believed was science. So
and the same token, that was conflicting with his beliefs and what he thinks.
Exactly. And I did not know in 2013.
Until we did it. We were there. That's bullshit. You can't just eat plants and get...
We said it.
Vegan. How stupid.
We said it. And I'm sorry I said it.
I know, but...
We didn't know.
That's why I'm here today telling you, you can do it. And it's really not that damn hard.
It's not.
It's not that hard.
So I post this thing about reversing disease. And when he did that, this was one of the last attacks I actually did have. But it was, I regret deleting it. Like I realized when I did it, it was just in a panic. And it was challenging what I had learned and what I had known and what I was so proud of. And I put this out there, and this one person with this WebMD BS comes blasting in my face, and it made me second guess myself, and it confused me even more. I deleted it, and then I was so pissed off that I did that. Now I realize, like, wow, now even I look like I had doubt. Well, so that was the start of my nutrition education. The thousands of hours I've put into it started with that right there, because I was going to be damned if anybody else was going to challenge what the science is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wanted to be able to. I
mean, now finally there can be science out in the public.
No, it wasn't it wasn't just that. It was that I learned that these platforms profit off of fear. The clicks are what drives the money. There was more to it than just the science. It was the system all together. Like I could still bring out the science of plants, but the system tells you otherwise when you Google it.
Yeah.
Or you look at WebMD, which is run by pharmaceutical companies, you guys. Like look at that.
It's pretty messed up.
And it's why guys are out there spreading misinformation and saying things like that, because it's not even their fault. First of all, I'm challenging their beliefs, Yeah. Then I'm challenging their intelligence now, because now I know the science. I know where the research is coming from. And that's a big part of why we're doing what we're doing. But the more confused you are, the more you need it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know
For
what I
sure.
mean? Like, look at what's going on with everybody. It blows my mind how many people are out there spreading the information that they themselves are in the middle of being sick. And then here's all these healthy people at Plantspiration trying to say, yeah, but
Yeah, but actually the science says this, and here's the results.
how does that even how did that even start? I remember we watched that Max Gerson and I was blown away. I was like, wow, this guy's actually talking about reversing cancer and they're shutting him down.
Yeah, they shut him down, man.
Who's funding the information that's out there?
I mean,
You know,
well, it's deep. I mean, there's such a web of
well, speaking
all
of
the
web,
connections.
WebMD makes millions from pharmaceutical ads and branded stuff, branded hubs. WebMD is a moneymaker. Every time somebody clicks on it, I don't know if people realize that because I didn't realize I mean, now I want clicks on my YouTube,
Yeah,
but we're a
we're
501c3
not selling you
nonprofit.
BS,
We're not.
though. We're not.
We're trying to do something different. You know, I want people to be getting this algorithm going
That's
on
right.
how to actually get healthy and get out of this sick care system that's keeping people actually sick and blind to the fact that there is actually something we can do.
Yeah,
I
man.
was talking to Julie about this morning. I got excited. I had ideas for the podcast. We've been so busy. We haven't really had a chance to talk about it. And this morning I had all these notes. I was like, what about this? What about this? What about this?
I have a bunch of notes.
And then I realized, like, between the teacher telling the kid that could be the unhealthiest thing he could do,
Oh, yeah,
which
like,
what a joke.
That's messed
Shame on her
up.
for her misinformation and spreading her beliefs that aren't backed by science.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And then, of course, this banana search.
that's ridiculous.
This is how it comes. So these, and you got these Ozempic everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
Look at they're everywhere. Everywhere you look.
It's crazy. I mean, it started early in like 1910 with this Flexner report is what it was.
Yeah, I heard you talking about that.
Yeah. So a report came out and really this report came out just totally pushing pharmaceutical.
What, like the National Organization for Health kind of a report? Like what, like how we were at the AMA thing?
Yeah.
Like they brought something out.
Yeah,
and
it was like a
said,
report that said any of this, like a cure or it's herbal medicine or natural stuff or whatever, it's quackery.
this is
And like out of there was like over 100 medical schools that were shut down that weren't going the pharmaceutical drug way.
so if Dean Ornish and the American College of Lifestyle Medicine, it would have been shut down.
Oh yeah.
It would have been shut down. Julie was telling
Why
me
do you think it's been taking so long for
1970s.
all of this, finally? I mean, with the internet. I mean, that's how it happened. Or we still wouldn't know what the hell's going on.
You're right.
All right.
You're absolutely
But
right.
yeah, teacher Julie.
She was telling me, so John and I hang out with our health teacher
Yeah, from high school.
from high school. We found her out on the bike trails, and this chick, okay, she can keep up. She's
She's only 20 years
older than, but we can do 100 miles a week like nothing. Like she can keep up with anyway.
Yeah, she's awesome.
So I'm telling her, I'm like, hey, I'm really excited. We're going to talk about this. Like this whole banana thing just blew my mind, and how you search and that you get this misinformation. And she said in high school, a professor who she really, really admired, he was teaching them that if it said anything about curing, natural cures, holistic, plants, nutrition, anything that had to do with that, quackery.
Wow.
Stop and think about that for a minute.
Yeah,
Listen to this BS.
that's how it was.
I want people to stop and think right now. Who's profiting off of what you're doing?
Well, at the time, Rockefeller was really funding all the medical schools. And if you were going your natural way, they didn't fund you. Like they shut them down, like 100 of them out of 160 or something like that. It was like,
People who are actually reversing disease and getting healthy and talking about nutrition got shut down
Oh yeah.
because it didn't align with making money and profits,
Well, yeah, because
which
of
is still happening to this very day, by the way.
definitely. I
To this
mean, it
very
all
day.
started with, really the oil industry with petroleum chemicals. Okay, which
John's
then,
always been the more into this stuff, by the way, and
well,
I'm
the,
interested in this. Let's break it
well,
out.
then, I mean, from doing that, a big investor in that. I mean, this visionary, they call him visionary. Yeah, right.
I'm a visionary.
Visionary was, oh, that healthy stuff, we'll shut it down. That's BS. Anything like that, if it says a cure, that's dangerous. That's bad. That's, everything got shut down like
Fear
that
mongering.
because, they were creating from oil when they first started, the petrochemicals turned into pharmaceuticals. So, you had to push, basically built a monopoly of, we're going to fund only these medical schools that are going to use our medicines to just prolong people's stuff, to help them with their symptoms. There's no curing going on in this country,
So, well, there
plain and
is.
clear. No, I'm saying back then, I was like,
Oh, I mean, think about that right now.
yeah,
I
that's,
mean, we're dealing with people who are still in that belief system.
and it's barely a dust on the surface,
I know you're
just a
just
little bit.
a little bit, but doesn't that make you mad?
Gets my undies in a bunch.
Doesn't that, like, if you're
Not
listening to this
literally.
right now and you're searching about bananas and you're wondering why your neighbor's telling you that there's too much sugar, and somebody asks me this almost every week, what about the sugar in fruit?
Yeah.
What about the sugar and what about the sugar in fruit? Who are you listening? Are you joking me right now?
Anything, anytime. Oh, I heard this. What about starch? And what about it?
What
Sounds
about
good.
it? And where are they hearing it from? They're doctors who are funded by the pharmaceutical company, which they have not lost much of that alignment with not putting nutrition in the front. We know right now to this day they're trying to raise more awareness to get nutrition education into medical schools, but it's currently like 80 minutes of nutrition education to doctors. And this is why they're funded by a pharmaceutical industry. There's no money in getting people healthy. This is what gets us so fired up. This is why when we couldn't get in here last week, we were like, somebody's gonna.
Well, that's and you can see how the scales have tipped from that time of the Industrial Revolution and everything. They had everybody, immigrants, a lot of people go, we need workers. We need workers. And then over the years, what has happened with all the medicine, now we have so many doctors and we barely have any welders
we.
and electricians.
I thought you were gonna say we have so many doctors and we barely have any healthy people.
Well, yeah, we do. Well, that's true.
I mean, think about that. We have so many doctors, and here we have
Because they're trained to just help you along with what's bugging you.
that's a shame. I mean,
I mean, they go to school with a good intention. They want to help people, and technically they're helping, and
They
it's
are.
awesome. And we need doctors. But it's really painful to think, or researching and going back and really looking at where this
That takes time.
mess started was, oh man.
And it's really hard to get people out of that old program, is what I like to say when I'm
This
coaching.
program it's pretty thick. I mean, it's everywhere. It's on the streets when you're driving by. It's in the air. You could smell
It's
it.
in the radio.
It's in the radio, the TV, everybody.
It's on when you
your
open up your
doctor.
phone. It's when I learned about stealth marketing, by the way.
Oh man,
So
it's trackers.
I was, looking into, we did some commercials on the radio. And as a nonprofit, there's some things that I can
Yeah.
get into. So, well, any business get into, but I don't think it was about grants or something. And I was like, oh, I could.
Yeah,
Anyway,
man.
how far could I go with the money from this grant? She was talking about stealth marketing. And I was like, she goes, have you ever heard of stealth marketing? Have you?
Yeah.
Before this,
No.
right?
No.
We didn't know. And I don't know. Do you guys know what stealth marketing is? Because I mean, we hear things like, oh, how come now I'm looking at a microphone advertisement? You know what I mean?
Wow,
Or
I popped up, opened my Yahoo or whatever, and there was an ad for
cat boxes.
something I was looking at.
Yeah, something I was looking at. That is stealth marketing. I mean, this is the next, like, this is the latest method to confuse people with from what is the truth for preventing, reversing disease. So
I mean, it was only for like the past year or maybe two that I've heard it. or like on the radio. Like now they're pushing it. Oh, for your business, you need stealth marketing. Like,
See what
dude,
I
you mean you're
mean?
just like tracking and following people and ooh, shove this shit
See
on
what
there.
I mean?
Everybody needs money. It's such a greedy world. It's sickening.
Let me tell you how I would use stealth marketing, by the way. Let me be honest, because I'm going to get it.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
going to use it. So, stealth marketing is that, let's just say Plantspiration is looking to do
Anybody
some
looking for a
commercials.
steakhouse, make Plantspiration ad pop up.
Basically, I can say if they search anything like bananas, diet, Weight Watchers,
Yeah.
heart disease, diabetes,
Or steakhouse.
or steakhouse, depending on how much money we get from donors, this determines how stealth we can get. So if anybody right now searches in their phone diet, or weight loss, stealth marketing, I can pay to make sure that Plantspiration ads start running when you put that kind of stuff in.
Nice.
So do me a favor right now and go into your phone, and I want you to search Plantspiration. Start typing in things like preventing and reversing disease.
Yeah.
Start putting in things like nutritionfacts.org, lifestyle medicine, the latest research, peer-reviewed studies. There's a way to start looking at the studies too.
Yeah.
I wish I could have went back in time and said to that guy, who paid for that study that said you can't reverse heart disease and that we need meat.
Oh yeah. Oh man, that would have been great.
See what I mean? That's what I wish I would have not deleted it for, because I knew the answer.
Yeah,
But I didn't
just
know
the
how to.
doubt that
The
he
doubt.
instilled in you in that moment.
It was real.
Yeah.
But that's why I got stronger and more educated so that
That really kicked off.
it did. And I'm glad for that,
That's
by the
it.
way. I want to say
Yeah,
thank you to him.
I'm going after the truth.
That
now.
was one of those moments where I
And
was
then
like,
you
oh,
come back with your lightsaber.
what were you saying?
Nothing.
That's how it feels now when something like that comes up. Because one, I've been there.
Yeah.
I completely know that feeling of
Totally.
going, bananas, shouldn't eat them.
Yeah.
You're going to die. You know what I mean? It doesn't
No
make
more than
sense.
two. You're kind of pushing it with two.
Yeah,
Maybe
honestly.
share that second one or something.
Yeah, that could be toxic to you. Like the stuff they've got people believing.
And then people give you a chronometer. I had a half a banana. What the
What
hell is wrong
that?
with you? Have
Why wouldn't
two
you
or
eat the
three.
whole one? Like, eat it all. And that's another thing. Like I said,
'cause-
the last episode, like dieting, people are still so stuck on low calorie, cutting calories.
And I get it. I do. I mean, you
We did it.
understand. That's
Look
tough.
around. Is it working?
Right.
Is it working?
No.
And that's what I say to people. Look around and look, is it working? It's not. And if what you're doing isn't working, then it's time to get into Plantspiration.
That's right.
Whew.
Come, 'cause
Healthy
we've
people
been
don't
there.
need prescriptions. You see what I mean? Healthy people don't need prescriptions.
Yeah, that's...
You know what really scares the system? That. Like, let's talk about this Plantspiration health reports.
Yeah.
I mean, is this not the perfect segue right
I
into
would
it?
think so. I think so.
We have people over here actually doing it.
Yeah, they are.
There's a bunch of information out there. There's a bunch of people reading books. There's a bunch of people gathering recipes. There's a bunch of people sitting in groups. But we're over here taking action.
We're doing it.
These people, I don't
This is
like
where
when
you
I
learn
say
it,
that. Like,
you
these
live
are
it.
amazing human beings.
Yeah.
They don't give up. They keep on showing up and they keep on saying, man, this is the best.
Heck yeah.
This actually,
this episode is brought to you by
Oh,
the
yeah.
Plantspiration community.
Plantspiration community, the real MVPs behind the movement. When you join Plantspiration, you're not just changing your life. You're here helping save more lives. At Plantspiration, we take a lifestyle medicine approach to preventing, reversing, and treating disease without counting calories, carbs, or points. And I want everybody to know veterans are free. We have grants, giveaways, and more. We are also a 501c3 nonprofit. Your membership helps other people get healthy. And that's what paying it forward looks like.
That's
We're not
right.
making money off of people. We volunteer our time.
No doubt. And if you want to donate, like anytime,
Go to plantspiration.org.
plantspiration.org, there's donate button there. And also, what I wanted to say was it's tax deductible donations.
Yeah, and
Especially,
it's
what is that, Giving Tuesday and
that's coming up.
or July 22nd or I don't
You
know.
can donate anytime. All
Anytime. I love you
donations
guys.
go back into Plantspiration, paying it forward and helping to save more lives, literally. We are really grateful to be able to help people get this down and turn it around through our program. So last week, John, we've been keeping track. Not only do we have a new Eat Your Plants Off nutrition education, lifestyle medicine classes that we teach every week,
Yeah.
which are really showing the impact. We've been doing this for 13 years. We know what's going on in the kitchen.
Yeah.
We know how to stop the bitching, and we know how to get people crushing it. Last week, we were down 1,883 pounds. Wow, you
right.
changed the number.
That,
1,883 pounds
nice.
down. Members are reversing diabetes, getting off meds. They're reclaiming their lives. This is why we're in here doing what we're doing. This is why we're so hyped up, because this is what we get to do.
For sure.
It's,
I mean, we're crushing it. And I also want to say people,
and they eat bananas.
they do it. They eat a lot of them too without going to the hospital.
Literally.
They're also reporting more energy, feeling lighter. There's people breathing more, doing breathing techniques,
Oh,
EFT
yeah, we talk a
tapping,
lot about that stuff.
journaling. People are like, I'm working out, and I haven't done that in like 20 years. So
Think about that. Like, hold on a
that's
second.
awesome.
That's what people are doing over here. This
Yeah.
is not just a diet, it's a lifestyle. And as a lifestyle medicine coach, I'm excited to see people make these healthy habits.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
And they're
Look at
making
what's going
time, they're
on.
scheduling, they're journaling, they're like dumping their cash, they're clearing out
We
their
make
brain.
getting healthy fun.
It is
Let's
fun,
just be
for
real.
sure. People are down in weight, and from there we are at, people checked in, we're at 1,893 pounds.
Shut the front door.
Right? They're crushing
That's
it.
what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. We don't stop. We're going to the top.
Heck yeah.
This is exactly the people who got unconfused about bananas.
Yeah.
They're learning how to get this down, and it takes some time because we are living in a sick care system.
Yeah.
You Google bananas, this is the BS you get. And people are asking me this stuff all the time, and I'm glad they're asking. That means they're open-minded and they're ready for the truth.
Right. No, exactly.
That's the hard part.
Well, yeah. I mean, especially who you got it from is like, what is this for real? Like,
Well, it's scary.
it is.
I mean, think about how scary that is, because I hope somebody right now is thinking about this, going,
because it's just one person we know that saw it, and
well, this week, but people are asking me this kind of stuff every week. I mean,
right.
look at, you know who you are out there. You just traveled around the world. Been around the world and I can't
right.
find my baby. I just thought of that song when I thought about her traveling around the world. Did you know
nice.
like
That's a new song to
you
me.
guys, you've never heard that song?
No, I think we're gonna save that for
We're gonna have
another
to break
episode.
up. Wait a minute. You really have never heard that song?
Yeah, I don't know.
Have you guys heard that song?
Maybe if I heard the actual artist do it.
Gosh, it wasn't that bad. So she traveled all around the world, basically. And that's
Yeah.
a lot of people come in here. And
I bet you she ate bananas.
she did probably. So she travels all around the world. And this is what I mean about the changes, the health report. We didn't get to hear that part. Those numbers are just one part. But for somebody to come back after it seemed like almost a month, boats, planes, trains, bikes, automobiles. She came back and she was like, I can't believe it. I only gained a pound.
That's awesome.
It was hard to stay, completely low fat. And I kept, of course, excellent community
Some places
program
you go,
coaching.
they just cook with oil.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still veggies. It's
Sure.
still,
She had excellent tools is what I was saying.
Yeah.
So she had excellent tools and
Nice
that
job.
identity shift. She just was saying, she's like, this program absolutely taught me how to maneuver through this stuff and make this a lifestyle and not a diet. She went into this with a completely different approach. And I know you're listening, by the way. And I can't wait. I need to get you on the show, Anne. I'm going to get just everybody who had doubt that they learned, oh, I can't travel, or oh, I can't do this. That's learned. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We keep hearing that kind of BS.
Yeah.
That we stop that here. And
That's
she
right.
did it, and she crushed it. And how flippin'
It
inspiring.
is. That, you know what?
Go on more vacations, please, and show us more how to crush it.
Yeah,
More people need to
that's
see that,
awesome.
because it's a big, lame excuse for people to
Mhm.
say, I can't do this. And you know why? Because I used it.
Yeah,
I made those lame excuses.
that's all right.
But this is
Not
where we're
anymore. I mean, you just took like our formula for how we're like living our life and turned it into a program, you know?
expand on that while I take a
Well,
drink of
just
this
with the
smoothie.
coaching and with how we're eating and how we're planning and how we're breathing and how we're sleeping and how we're trying to avoid stuff that we can avoid, risky substances, and we're just doing.
Well, I mean, I lost the 100 pounds. Think about it. We lost 150 pounds between the two of us.
Hmm.
We had to keep it off.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
there's that part too.
I
It's,
never even thought about it. Like,
well, no,
like,
we
man, I
didn't.
got to keep this off.
Well, that's my point. We didn't think about it because we were
Just eating that way.
aligning with what we learned.
Hmm.
You know, and there's a difference. A lot of people are aligning with recipes. A lot of people are aligning with groups, or trying to help other people, or yeah, am I even explaining it right? I'm saying they're getting so distracted, and what we're doing is we're aligning with taking action with what we know. We have to get better at sleep. We have to get better at communication.
Hmm.
We have to get better at planning. We get to
Yeah,
get better. Let me rephrase that.
sure.
So we're learning that
We're learning how to do things better.
we're learning how to do things better, but you have to be open-minded for that. You
Yeah.
know, some people are so stuck in
I
their
mean, if you're
identity.
like, well, listen, I think you're full of shit. I Googled it and you're
That's
wrong.
really hard. So that's
gonna happen.
that's stressful for people at Plantspiration who've. What were you going to say?
I just remind me of this guy at work, you know.
Elaborate, please. I love your stories.
Oh my
Everybody
gosh.
loves your stories, and they want to hear you talk more.
Well,
So
he's got he's basically the old me, but like probably 10 years from the old me. He
How
would
so?
be the old me now.
Explain it.
Just on a whole array of medicines, diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol, and
Same age as you right now?
yep, yep.
50.
We got to tell everybody.
Yeah, because I think
No,
you
I'm
look awesome for your age.
58. Yeah.
He's 58. Take those glasses off. You
How
look
you doing?
great. How you doing?
Uh,
We are proud of our age.
yeah, yeah.
We are.
So I'm telling him,
Hey, how you doing?
hey, well, he's going to share with me, oh, he went to the doctor and, I got this and I'm taking this medicine. And this was a guy a couple of years ago, I told you, he went to the doctor and he said, oh, he's taking blood pressure medicine. Oh, your blood pressure's kind of low. Just eat a little bit more salt.
Stop it.
I am not kidding you. That's what he
Stop.
told me. I'm like,
Eat a little bit
So,
more salt.
at that time, I'm like, you know what you need to do
He's
is
on
not
medication.
eat any more animals. I've tried to.
Is he on medication?
Yeah, he's on
And his
it.
doctor tells him to eat more
Diabetes,
salt.
blood pressure medicine,
That's the
cholesterol
protocol.
medicine, the main three,
That's a shame.
And so yeah, just recently oh, now I'm taking this. Oh, the doctor wants me to take this instead. And what do you think? Because he knows, we're doing plants and we're
So he asks you.
getting healthier. Yeah, he
Let me
asked
ask you this.
I go through my spiel and, about, well,
What
if you
is it?
get off of the animals and, I'm not going to totally go into it, but
I
to
think you should.
basically quit eating that shit and eat this shit instead. And you
Oh
won't
my
have that
gosh.
shit anymore.
Is that really how you told him?
No.
Get real.
But,
I want to hear really.
It's really with the animals and, just trying to explain to them how
And
the
he
animals and
asks
animal
you.
fat and high fat things like coat your cells and, the insulin nothing works like
You're
that.
explaining it, Tim.
Yeah. I really took the time, and then it just seems like all of a sudden something just shuts off. Like, I don't even know if he's listening anymore.
I know that look.
You know
I
what
know the look.
I'm sure
Because
you
what do
do.
you think people, and if you're new listening to this, maybe that's happening right now.
And it might.
That's
but-
the beliefs getting challenged look.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the beliefs getting challenged. We're living in a sick care system, and that's not the commercials you're going to hear about.
Until I got to the point, and the doctor, giving you this medicine, I mean, if he would just, suggest to eat plants, whatever. You mean if my doctor, if that was real, my doctor would know it, he would have told me, and I'm like, that's what I thought too.
Yeah, see?
I said, that's
Look
not
at how
how they're taught.
defensive.
They're not how they're taught. It's just not how it is. So it was like, hopefully it was eye-opening. We'll
No,
see.
it wasn't, because his doctor didn't tell him to do it. And his defense mechanism right there was clear. It was challenging his beliefs. We know because we've been there. I hope that he thinks about it a little bit.
Well, I
Like,
kind of explained, like, okay, so how long ago, whatever, when you didn't have the disease, just remember back. I don't need to know the age or whatever. You didn't have it. You didn't take any medicine. That's what I said. Think back to then. What have you done this whole time to now? Or since you were put on medicine? What have we been doing our whole time? It's what we're eating, man. It's in the food. And that's how we get sick. We're not supposed to get like this.
and his response.
He was just like, that's when he like kind of blew up a little bit with the doctor. I was like,
Oh, that's when he kind of said, like, you mean to tell me my doctor?
Yeah, there was a little more to it, the conversation. But yeah, he's just like, wow, well, if my doctor here, or my doctor would have told me, it's just the same stuff that we thought. Yeah.
Exactly. This is exactly where we were. And that was that it challenges your belief, because there's a hierarchy to doctors. You know what I mean?
But I think that little connection in your brain is either open or it's closed.
It's called neuroplasticity.
Yeah, well,
Actually, and we are capable of growing and learning. Like not too long ago, we were told that the older we get, the less likely we're able to learn and grow, and that's just a bunch of BS.
That's ridiculous.
We can absolutely grow and we can absolutely learn, but that pathway, that old programming, is deep. When I got that certified in neuroscience coaching, it really got me excited, because it was, again, like plants, I got a better understanding of how I changed my programming, that repetition, the micro wins, the dopamine hits, and bringing it in and working with the members, you see it actually working. It's why they don't stop. This isn't a quick fix. They've got neuroplasticity big time. They're seeing other people do it. The hope is real, watching everybody do it. And they know that this is about...
Is it like neurogenesis?
Neurogenesis is more like the brain cells growing. The better we eat, the better we take care of ourselves, the better we can grow the food, the more we can grow.
You get closer or more neuroplasticity.
Yeah, it just helps us. That's just the ability to grow and make change.
That's awesome.
And it takes some work, but we can get there.
Now I know what it's called.
Well, and we talked about, this week when I talked about short chain fatty acids.
Oh, yeah.
When that came out. But like last week in class, when we did talk about short chain fatty acids, and, here everybody's obsessed with protein, but this is the brain. Our gut is our brain. And I know most people know that because they hear it, because they're looking for freaking vitamins for it and potions and lotions and stuff like this, but nobody's thinking about the real food, the real fruit. For example, bananas loaded with magnesium. What the hell?
Yeah. Well,
people are buying magnesiums all over.
You don't want to have too many of those, because, you might get healthier and won't need our medicine.
You get what I'm saying? Like, look, bananas are loaded with magnesium. Where's the disconnect? Think about this. This is the pattern disruption right here. You're over here looking for the magnesium today at Walmart. Not you. I'm saying people out there. They're looking for magnesium for what?
Yeah.
What's magnesium for?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Better sleep. They tell me muscles, better for the muscles, better for this.
Poop.
Gonna help me poop. Did you ever think about getting the magnesium from the banana?
Yeah, and that fiber is going to help you poop.
It's going to help a lot. But then you go look up banana, and it's telling you that it's dangerous for F's sake. You go to your doctor, they're like, take it easy on the sugars. You know what I mean? You open up everything in the internet, and it's talking about low carb, don't eat bananas, too much fruits and sugar. This is the sick care system, okay, that John, you were talking about.
Yeah.
In 1910.
Well, yeah,
they said
when it all started.
We can't talk about that stuff. It would get people healthy, and that isn't going to make us any money. So from now on, you can only be practicing.
Yeah, they were shutting down everything.
By pharmaceuticals.
Everything unless you were pushing their pharmaceutical stuff.
What I do today, what we do, our program, would have been shut down in 1910 is what you're telling me.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yes. Yes, because I'm a visionary. And I'm determined on this mission to absolutely make an impact on health. There's many mentors ahead of me. Dr.
Oh gosh,
Greger,
yeah.
Neil Barnard, Teen Ornish, McDougall. I mean,
All the
all the way
guys.
back to the guy who did I can't think of his name, the rice and the sugar.
Oh, not Gerson.
Gerson was
He
out
was the
there. This
juicer
guy
dude.
started with an L. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but
I know who you're talking about.
all of these people, many more that I haven't listed, are my mentors, are my inspiration. You know what I mean? I even think I said to Esselstyn, like, thanks for lighting the torch. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I'm going to run with it now.
Mhm.
And that's what we're in here thinking about every day. Just how many more people can we get out of that sick care system, exposing the system and letting them know there actually is a cure. There is. It can be done. Heart disease is one of the
Yeah.
most preventable
With
and
plants.
reversible with plants. Yeah.
But
Diet and
I
lifestyle,
would
not
like to
just
say you better wash your plants because, for the farming aspect, when Rockefeller got with
here he
DuPont
goes.
and they started
It's
with
true
the
though.
synthetic fertilizers, and of all the crap out there,
Well,
all that stuff on the plants, so wash your stuff like you should.
well, I'd like to add to this. I actually had one time I was doing a talk in a school and a parent came up and said, I absolutely will not allow my son to eat any fruits and vegetables. Swear.
Who? What?
Yeah. It was at a local school. I was doing a talk for kids.
Right, right.
And the mom came up and she said, absolutely no fruits and vegetables. And I just said, can I ask why? And she said, the chemicals. The chemicals. She wasn't wrong. Okay, I'm going to say this. She wasn't wrong, but this was the least of the problems because let me explain it to you this way. The animals are eating the plants.
I wonder if she Googled that.
Probably. That's where she got her information most likely because that's who would confuse people.
Yeah.
It isn't going to be somebody like me who's read the research.
That's ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous. Fruits and vegetables are the proven to have the fibers, the vitamins, the minerals, the nutrients, all the stuff that's going into these BS vitamins and all these things.
Oh, gosh.
That's all been stripped away from the actual plant.
Supplements? That's
BS. We need some. I mean, we can't get everything. There's
No,
certain ways we can get into
exactly.
that in the nutrition education class.
Well, you got to eat your plants
You got to
off,
eat your
though.
plants off. So I said to her, I go, what do you think about the food that your animals are eating? You think they're washing all that off?
Right.
Think they're cleaning that off? Then it's the soy.
And then she did a little
And then the soy that's covered in all these pesticides because they're feeding them processed, crappy, covered in chemicals, loading them up with drugs,
Yeah.
antidepressants. I don't care if you come and tell me that your cow has been on a grass-fed farm for 30 years. When you eat that animal product, that is promoting the disease, the saturated fat, the cholesterol. That doesn't matter if your cow is organic or not. It's still doing the same damage. So whether your cow's eating fresh grass or whether your cow's eating covered, chemicaled, processed junk, most likely, this is what we should be thinking about. Go get your fruits and vegetables and wash them off.
Just eat the plants and skip
And look
the
at the
animal.
science. And look at the science, by the way. Start asking, okay? Start asking things like, who profits if I stay confused? These were things that really hit me. Who's profiting by this? Who benefits if I feel like fruit is dangerous? I mean, who's benefiting from that? You think Meyer is making money off of me being afraid of fruit?
Right, right.
No.
That's ridiculous.
What's the identity I'm stepping into when I choose truth over trend? I mean, really think about that.
Yeah.
Now that's back to changing identities of who we are. This isn't a trend, and that's what we thought it was.
No, exactly. This started off, it was just another, this is just the next diet, the next thing.
You don't need more motivation is what I want to always tell people. You don't need more motivation. You need a new lens. This is what we do at Plantspiration. This is exactly why we do what we do. We teach people how to prevent and reverse disease through evidence-based lifestyle medicine. I mean, this is actually what would have been shut down in 1910. Wow. We reverse disease with fiber, not fear. And we don't count bananas. We celebrate them over here. Like I said, healthy people don't need prescriptions. That's what we continue to see. Sometimes we need them. I don't want anybody writing me like, well, I have something that I inherited. We understand. When I say chronic disease, that's what we're talking about. Chronic disease, something that doesn't have to happen. We're not talking about,
What?
like
Breaking a leg or something that.
no, I mean, there's like cholesteremia, there are some genetic things that go on.
Sure.
But the majority of the deaths in the United States are from things that are preventable and reversible. So I'll just say that.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? What are your plans for this week, by the way? Because we, again, have a busy week, but
I don't know. It's crazy. I have, right out the gate tomorrow morning, I have 2 brand new CNC machines coming.
Finally, they're coming. Everybody's been listening to you talk about, I'm buying the machines. We got the machines. We're moving for the machines.
Well, I was all nice and ready and cleared out. And then all of a sudden, now there's all this stuff in that part of the warehouse. Like,
this is how I feel in the house.
I was texting yesterday.
Oh, really?
with the dude. He starts like 2:30 in the morning. Like, dude, we just got to clear a path, move all that stuff, and we'll be fine.
We have to have a plan for everything we do.
Yeah, geez. So I've been stressing about that a little bit. Just want to make sure we're ready and it goes smooth. And
it's going to be a good week. Did I already talk about the week we have for class? It's going to be about emotional eating. I'm really excited to talk about this. If you catch this episode before class starts, well, any class you get into, and if you're interested in a free class and checking out how we do nutrition education and lifestyle medicine, you can email team@plantspiration.org for a free class. You see what I mean? I don't want you just listening to the episode.
Right. I mean, if this episode made you rethink everything, that you thought you knew, like kind of how we were, that's where the shift starts, though. That's it.
Ready to get off the Google hamster wheel and onto the highway to health, then join Plantspiration. We're not just breaking the system. We are rebuilding something real. And bananas, they're invited. Like, we love bananas. By the way, I eat bananas all the time. I do those grocery hauls every week. I bring home, you can see us bring home pounds and pounds of bananas a week. Nice cream, bananas, they're quick and easy, but there's no money in making bananas.
There's no money in healthy, right? It's like you don't need a new diet. You just need to divorce the broken system.
Seriously. Most people are afraid to, though. Like, they need permission from their doctor.
Yeah.
So.
Well, my doctor would have told me.
Yeah.
He's never going to tell you.
I
mean, a doctor maybe in 100 years.
Well, here's what I'll say. There's 2 types of doctors, and we heard Kim Williams say this over and over again.
Oh, yeah, what does he say?
Dr. Kim Williams, he was the head of the American Heart Association. He says there's 2 types of doctors. There's ones who didn't do the research, and then there's vegans.
Yeah.
So that's how this goes. And we hope that you now know there's something that we can do.
For sure.
We're here to support it. We're here to teach people how to get that nutrition part down, all the support that you need, because like we heard, we would have been shut down in 1910. That's how powerful this is, what we do.
Yeah.
That's how powerful it is.
I mean, that's just how screwed up. It's barely a little over 100 years, and geez.
Why would you take that away from people? Stop and think about that right now.
Money, baby.
Why would you take that away from people?
These are the big rich dudes that made all the decisions in the beginning.
Well, we just want to inspire people to look a little bit deeper than those fads and then that fake stuff that's floating around and the people who are spreading the misinformation. If you want to know where to go to plantspiration.org.
That's right. We're doing it, man.
I would like to go for a bike ride. We're doing it every day. Get in here. We hope that we helped expose that sick care system and get people on the highway to health. You deserve it. You deserve it. Sure. Okay. We got a planet on fire. We got millions of animals being slaughtered for no reason and people dying because they're eating themselves to death. So let's get on the right side of history. Let's start eating our plants off. And we hope to see you in that class this week, learning how to eat your plants off.
Yeah.
You ready to get out of here?
We're out.
Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week. What a great episode. And justice for all. That's how I feel. Okay. Peace.